going to
What
start
are
out
you
with what
talking
R.
about?
Kelly means to me,
Okay.
and I want other people to come on here.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, you can get started while I share the show.
Are we live?
Yep, we're live.
Oh, I didn't know we were live. Okay,
Yep,
great.
start.
Hello, everyone. It is Lady of Leisure, of course, with the host, April Showers, who is currently sharing this show. So I'm going to kick it off with Alec Baldwin's wife. Has been in the news, has been on Twitter because she has been pretending to be from Spain. She's gotten jobs. She's been on the cover of Latina magazine. She's gotten endorsements. She's made money
It means to me.
pretending that she was from
And I
Spain.
want other people.
She has this terrible Spanish accent. She's even been on shows where she's pretended not to know, uh, you know, the English way to say certain words. And come to find out, she's not from Spain at all. She is a white girl, I think from Ohio, just some little regular town. And she does not understand why people are pissed off and going after her. So she comes out and she makes the poorest alleged apology ever. And I'm quite sure it was insulting to anybody with a brain, but especially to Hispanics. And she's like, yeah, I'm a white girl and da da da. She doesn't see the big deal. So today on The View, which I never watch because I'm not a Whoopi fan, Whoopi didn't see a problem with it. There is a April, there is a Echo.
That's me. That's me.
Okay.
Okay.
So today on The View, Whoopi kind of took her side, and Joy absolutely took her side. And she was like, she doesn't see the big deal. So what? People reinvent themselves all the time. And to my surprise, Megan, who is, a strict starch Republican and whom I've never cared for many of her views, but to my surprise, Megan said, no, 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 no. She took jobs away from Hispanic people. She's on the cover of magazines. She's gotten endorsements. She's branded herself as a Spaniard, as being from Spain, and she is not. She told how insulted she was by it, how insensitive it was in light of all of the racial things that are going on right now, that this woman had the nerve to pretend to be something that she's not. She says, she appropriated an entire culture. And not only did she appropriate a culture, she's lied about who she was and she's made money from doing it. And I agree. I absolutely wholeheartedly agree. Because here you are with this fake accent. Yes, you've gotten talk shows because you claim to be this Hispanic person. You've been on the cover of their magazine. You've gotten endorsements. You've branded yourself. Your brand is you from Spain, and none of it is true. So I just want to know if anybody had heard about it, or what their thoughts were on it. But I'm personally really glad that they are after her like a bloodhound, because they should be. Miss April, are you with us yet?
I am with us. You are a frog. You lie.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
It's plain. You you lied to people. You made up a whole new identity, and so you know you're a liar. You fraud. You deceive people. So
Now, just she deceived
okay,
people. That could have been a Spanish person that had her job.
right.
You're pretending to be, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, go ahead.
So what happened to being black and proud?
Exactly.
What happened to
Exactly.
being black and proud?
Well, she too white to pass for black
Yeah.
because she probably would have tried that, you know.
Okay.
Um, but appropriating a culture for your own personal gain for any reason, actually, it's just horrible. And Megan Kelly said, and I was so proud of her today because I normally do not like her views. But you know, she was like, look, we went through this whole you know, what's his name that got killed? I can't recall his name. You know what I'm talking about. That started the riots and stuff. She said, you know, black people have been trying to get their due credit for the work that they've done, you know, in our country, in our history, you know, that they've never gotten credit for. And here she is, you know, doing the same thing to Hispanics, taking credit for something she's not even a
Mm-hmm.
part of, you know?
Yes.
But I was very proud of Megan today. I really was. I think she may have grown,
Yes.
but she was outraged. And she said, you know, she needs to apologize to everyone, especially Hispanic people.
Yes.
So yeah, she's an absolute fraud. And she does this video on Twitter and she doesn't think it's a big deal. I can guarantee you the Twitter world will set her straight on that.
Yes. Yes. They will.
Hi, Ebony. How are you?
Hi, Prophet Brooks, my friend. We got Monet. Hello.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
And then we got Pan. And then we have Trigger.
Trigger.
Yes.
Hey, Pan. Hello, Trigger.
Pan is from Greece, everyone. What I want to do for the year of 2021 is I just want to do all positive about Robert Sylvester Kelly and what he has done. I did my thing today is I stand by him no matter what. If you love somebody and somebody is your friend or family, normal people stick by them through thick and thin. And that is what I was raised to do. And that is what I am going to do. I have not said anything to anybody that has defended their murdering kids, their drug
Ooh,
dealing kids,
ooh,
their
okay.
crazy kids.
All right.
I don't gossip about y'all. I pray. And I said, well, because my son is my son no matter what.
I heard that.
Okay. And so don't worry about what I'm doing. Because everything I'm doing it in the name of love. I don't throw people away because of assumptions, rumors, lies, even facts. I'm still not going to throw you away. I'm going to always try to be a shining light to anybody I come in contact. But once you cross me, or I feel that I'm getting nothing from you, or and it's not financially, it's emotionally. If I'm always there for you to talk, you can't be there for me. Or I'm just always there and you're not there for me, only unless it benefits you. Once I find out about you, I'm done. There's no going back. You've showed me your colors. This is just me personally. Is it right?
Right.
I don't know. But it's just the way I live. I have gotten too old to be playing.
I know that's right.
I've gotten too old to play. When I love hard. Yeah, I love hard. And so, and I'm not ashamed of anything in my past that made me the person I am today. Um, but I've got a new attitude on some things. And this is all going to work out for the good for everybody involved in this.
Hi, Monet.
Yeah. So that's all I want to say. And I want to get some more stories. We have got to be the voice. You say you love him. So this isn't about you. People say they support him. It's not about you. It's not about your ego. Let's do some positive things in the name of love for Robert Sylvester Kelly. And that's what I want to do. If anybody wants to come on the panel that was close to him, that want to tell a story about him,
A positive story.
a positive story, we have to be, we're going to be his new press, I guess. A positive story. And we're going to start a series too. We're going to talk about, we're just going to talk about everyday life issues too, that people don't want to discuss in the Black community. We always want to talk, we don't talk about mental illness. Sometimes we want to pray some things away. Some things cannot be prayed away. Some things you have to go get treatment for. You can pray as well, but some things you need doctors. And then I'm so tired of people saying, well, the Black people, they always saying this, they always saying that. Well, some of it is true. If they do, they don't want to get themselves together, learn more. You don't have to go to college. There are trade schools. You can own your own business There's so many opportunities out here now. Okay, so that's about it for today. Um,
That's it for you? That's all you got?
that's just it for today. Um,
Okay.
Also, too, we want to talk about health. I am on two panels, and so for 2021, um, we need people to become more aware of their health too. Get to them doctors and do everything that you can do to be on top of your health. With COVID being in the air and being around, we don't know what other conditions that's going around. So, yeah.
Yeah, they're having a problem, on the news every day. They're talking about problems with, you know, getting the vaccines uh, delivered, getting enough of them. They're having some issues. A lot of the medication has expired. They're having problems in transport, which I said in the very beginning when they talked about getting this vaccine out. I said, I'm concerned about because it's so timid. It's got to be at a certain temperature and it's got to be delivered within 4 hours, and it has to be frozen. Then it has to be thawed out. But when it's thawed out, it loses its potency. So I foresaw a lot of this when they talked about it because it's just something new that they tried. And I guess it sounded good to a lot of people. It never sounded good to me because they made it in 3 months. So I don't want anything that takes 10 years to make made in 3 months. I don't want it. But that's just me. Now they're talking about a new strand or different strand, and they don't know if the vaccine covers that strand of COVID-19. They think that it should. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. Here in Illinois, we've had an extremely mild, you know, alleged winter because by now we'd be below zero and 10 feet of snow. And it's been very good here, but they're expecting, you know, an even higher rise than ever before when it gets really cold and the flu starts to, people start getting the flu and things like that. So, people should, instead of running out buying all the toilet paper and paper towels, guys, buy something to help build your immune system. Invest in some vitamins and things that will help you stay healthy. Oh, you know what else I wanted to talk about? There's one more thing. Have any of you, and I'm sure some of you have, this white woman who tackled this 14-year-old black boy in a hotel. She told security that he stole her phone. And he's telling her, this is my phone. And they were leaving, him and his dad were leaving the hotel. They were going out. They had been, I don't know, on vacation or whatever, but they were staying at this hotel. And she ran and got security and told him, look, he has my phone. I'm not about to let him leave with my phone. And she literally tackled him, physically assaulted him, only to find out that it was not her phone. Now, a couple of things. That in itself was bad enough. But the thing that really got me was that because she was a white woman, she said to security, he has my phone. And they took her at her word for that. Now, it could have been solved very simply had security just asked the young man a question or two. But they immediately believed her because he was black and she was white. They've been all over the news. The young man, his dad is a Grammy Award winning musician. He's 14-year-old kid, 14 years old. And she has not apologized. They're calling for her to be charged, and she should be charged. And they want her charged with assault, but I think she should be charged with a hate crime because the only reason you thought he had your phone is because he was black. And he said to her, he said, do you think they only made your iPhone is the only iPhone in the world? The only iPhone ever made? This is my phone. And, the situation could have been prevented had the security just said, can you, show me your phone?
And wait a minute. The lady was not staying at the hotel.
I don't know.
No,
I don't
the
know
lady
if she
was
was
not
staying at the
staying at
hotel
the
or not.
hotel. They were paying guests there. So the manager as well, because he was black, and they still believe that we're all thieves.
Exactly.
That we cannot afford iPhones.
He was leaving, and she ran and tackled him. I'm not about to let him leave with my phone, and drug him to the ground.
Yes. Hey, Irish.
Hey, Irish.
Yeah.
So, there have been calls. Of course, they have, what's his name? The black attorney that jumps on all these cases. I can't remember his name.
Ben Crump. Yeah, Benjamin Crump. He's like the new Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson.
Exactly. I'm so sick of seeing him.
Yeah.
But anywho, they've been calling for her arrest. They said she has yet to even offer an apology. Now it comes to find out, the woman didn't even have her phone. She had left her phone in an Uber. And the Uber driver returned her phone to her. So she never even had her phone at the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming when she realized she didn't have her phone, I don't understand the thought process. Because if my phone isn't in the pocket I normally keep it in, and I get frantic, the first thing I do is start to look for it. I'm looking in my purse, feeling around for it. Okay, where is it? She didn't do any of that. She immediately saw a black man with an iPhone and said, "Oh, that's mine." He took it.
Yep.
And the woman didn't even have the phone when she got to the hotel. So today they brought out a lot of her. She's only 22 years old, but she's a drunk. She's had a couple of DUIs. She's been on probation for a DUI. She's gotten community service for a DUI. She's a damn drunk. Point blank, period. And the mayor, I forget which state it is, but the mayor came out and said, look, it's racism, period. Point blank racism. And I just don't know why this woman has not been charged, because she is on video assaulting this teenager. This 14-year-old boy.
You know what's sad
What's that?
is that when will this end?
And that's the thing. It
For
won't.
her to be so young, she still has in her mind that black people are thieves.
Why? Of course. Because, they project. You judge people by your own characteristics. It's only natural. Everybody does it. You see, because they are the original thieves, because hell, they stole us. So they project that onto us. But, you have whatever you have in every nationality on this damn planet. Stealing does not belong to us. It belongs to everybody, because everybody somewhere, no matter what nationality you are, have thieves, murderers, all that.
Yeah,
It's not
all of us walk around
it's
like,
not a nationality issue. It's a sick motherfucker issue.
yeah.
You know? And that's with anybody of any color, any creed. That's what you have.
The people
But yeah,
I have the most respect for is people that still tell their stories. They inspire me. The former addicts, the former thieves, the ex this, the ex con.
really,
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah,
interesting.
yes. For them to get up and say I was this and that was that, that puts me, that puts. Let me see. I put those type of people on pedestals.
Really.
Yeah, because they're saying what they was. They're not ashamed of it. And they're not thinking they're any better than anybody else. I love these people that sit up and say, I thought dope was going to be my only life. I thought I was going to die, but, I changed. Or I thought being homelessness, you know, was the only way to live, but I found out a better way to live.
Mm.
Yeah, those people are my inspiration. Those people I put on the pedestal.
I've often wondered what makes people want to remain homeless. And I'm not talking about, I'm not talking about the homeless people that we see out here. I'm talking about, because I have a godchild and has always been homeless. Very young, but has always been homeless. Um, and I often wonder, why will you not secure yourself someplace to live? It's not that they can't. They just don't. They just don't. And that's the type of homeless person that I'm talking about, that just does not care that they have no place to live, that is perfectly fine, couch surfing from one to another for years, that has stayed in shelters, abandoned buildings, but works every day, has always worked every day. I just don't understand the mindset, and then winter, you're out in the cold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You stay in a shelter at night, you got to leave early in the morning. So thank God you have a job because you have somewhere to go. But when you get off work, you may not be able to get in a shelter in the evening. Just I don't understand that mindset. And I often wonder, and I've asked, why don't you? I'm gonna do that. I've been going to do that for 8, 9 years now, and they haven't done it yet. And I don't understand that. I really do not understand that. What makes someone okay with not having anything of their own? A basic place to live. You're one single person. You can go get a studio. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they say God bless the child that has his own.
Hmm. You know, you get, income tax refunds every year, thousands of dollars. And you go buy, iPads and iPhones and Jordans and shit, but you won't go and make a deposit on an apartment or a room, anything, not even a room. You have people who rent rooms. You know what I'm saying? You have SROs, single room occupancies.
Yeah.
Never, never, never. And yeah, that is a burning question that I have. And that's not the only one that I know. It's like they have a whole group of friends and they live nowhere.
Yeah. Well, I've had to accept the fact that I was raised in a different time zone and things are not the way they used to be, and it's all the way different. It's different, but that does not mean I got to participate in it. So,
Exactly. And the difference is because I hear that from the kids all the time. Times change, and they do, but values and morals aren't supposed to change. And I think, April, that's where there's a disconnect in our generation and the generations after, and especially this generation today. I told you I had a little 7, 9-year-old boy, had never seen a church before. Thought we were at a restaurant. What restaurant is this? You know what I'm saying? People do not instill values in their children. They have no self respect. They have no respect for their elders. They have no respect for mankind. They have no respect for other people's belongings or property. They just have no respect. They say anything and do anything in public, you know.
yeah. And then people also, I hear people a lot of times, I'm tired of them talking about black people this, black people that. Well, black people, get yourself together. God dang it. Yeah.
And that's true. But it all goes back to it's easy to say that because you have a foundation like I had a foundation. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you've got these kids, what you call them, crack babies, Ritalin babies.
The ADHD,
babies of babies. You know, if you're having babies at 14 years old, what can you teach a kid? They basically you growing up with them. So, it's easy to say, but you have to look at all of the circumstances of these people. I had a mother and a father. You had a mother and a father. My mother was married to my father. Your mother was married to your father. You ain't got nothing now but baby daddies and mamas. And they got 4, 5, 6 of those.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So
why can't our race accept the fact that mental illness exists? I just,
because it has always been something that was taboo. You understand? You gotta go all the way back to damn near slavery because it all began there. Someone who was not considered to be strong was shunned, was killed, was kept aside. You understand? So it became that if there was something wrong with you, you didn't tell anybody because you didn't want master to know.
right.
You understand? They covered for them. They did things for them. They did what they had to do because they didn't want them sent away or killed because it was something not right with them. So that stigma always carried through our community. It's no different than, hey, suburban girl, it's no different. It's the same thing in the Black community with homosexuality. You know, it's of course a lot more accepted today, but it's still not that widely accepted in the Black community, especially a gay man.
Yeah.
So, those are stigmas that we've had since slavery. It's a weakness. I have known a few families who would not even admit to their child needing a damn tutor. Like, what the hell is wrong with having a tutor?
Yeah.
Because they saw it as being less than. They saw it as, them not being as good as. And that still blows my mind. I just had someone ask me just the other day. My youngest one is starting this great new school in this month, matter of fact, next week. And she got all the test results back. Of course, they were glowing as always. But I had someone say to me, why are you, because we do, I do homework a lot with her on Zoom.
Hold on 1 minute. I
Okay.
want to pause and let anybody that's listening. We are Robert Sylvester Kelly, aka R. Kelly. We are his public relations people. So let's start sharing all positive things about him. If anybody want to come on and stress why they support him, him and not talk about the other stuff, just why they support him. They believe in him. They like his music. His music has touched him. You know, we want to hear those kind of stories. Um, and everybody else, if you support him, let's just start sharing some good things, good information about him. And everyone, let's just realize that nobody is perfect in this world. Nobody. We can all have our hang-ups and everything. None of us are perfect. Okay, that was my announcement again.
Okay. But I had a friend say, well, why are you picking her up from tutoring? She's a straight A student. Why do you think she got like that? We work with our children. We work with them. And if she's having difficulty, like they have this new math. Oh my God, what's the name of this mess?
I wouldn't even try to attempt it, and I was smart. I'm still smart.
They have this new math, Aurora math. I can't remember the name of it. It is the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. 1 + 1 is 2. However, you have to go through 20 different steps to get to 1 + 1 is 2. And like I said, it is the craziest shit. And they say it teaches children how to critically think. Yeah, okay. But my little baby didn't get it. And there was nothing any of us could do to help her. So I got her a tutorer. And, very smart girl. All of the kids are in terms of education. They all get, straight A's, whatever. Very, very smart. The 19-year-old was accepted in medical school before she even graduated high school, believe that or not. But they're all very smart. But they didn't get that way by chance. We've always worked with them. We've always gotten them help. Why would you let a kid struggle in anything? Eureka math. That's the name of that mess. Eureka math. Y'all look that up. That is the craziest shit ever.
No.
But, she's had a tutor for a couple of years now in that Eureka math. And now, she's a whiz at it. But we still keep her there because it constantly, evolves. And they're saying, well, why is she in tutoring? She gets straight A's. She just got in this school. We want her to stay there. We want her to be able to keep up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you have people, I know people who won't even give their child a tutorer. And I'm like, okay, that's crazy to me. Or people who say, a friend of mine, granddaughter, brought home some homework in the 6th grade, and it looked like 1st grade homework to us, she and I. And she said, look at these spelling words. Do these not look like they should be for a kindergartner? And she's in 6th grade. And I said, yeah. However, they don't feel it necessary to send her to a private school. And I said, okay.
Well, everybody can't afford to send their kids to private schools, don't you?
They can afford it. They can afford it. But, and that's true. And I get that.
How can you say they can afford it? Is it free? Do they have grants?
No. No, I'm not saying everybody can afford it. I'm talking about my friends.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, 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 no. I'm not saying, oh, I know they cannot. Trust and believe me, because I had it, and I had four, and I could not afford for all four of them because they were all different ages and different, you know. I had one starting school, I had one in elementary school, one coming out of elementary school, one going into college. And that tuition was killing me. So I get it. But again, the problem I have with your black people, I ain't claiming them today. They're yours.
No, these Negroes, they something else. You can't tell them nothing. They don't want to listen, and yeah, but they
People no longer want to make certain sacrifices for their children. I get that everybody most people cannot afford private school. I get that. But they have charter schools that are extremely good,
yeah,
and they are free. And if they cost anything, it's no more than $100 a year. However, you do have to take them out of whatever neighborhood you're in if you don't have a good one. And people just are not willing to do that. They're not willing to, you know, drive 30 minutes or make arrangements for their kid or whatever the case may be. And that bothers me because I was raised to value an education. And my mother would say to us all the time, look, that is the only thing you can get that I know will take you through your life when I'm not here. And she instilled that in us all the time. So, we were all well educated. And I understand that people can't afford private schools. But what bothers me is that you settle for your children in these terrible public schools, and you settle for their less than adequate curriculum. And I just don't understand that. Chicago public schools teach minimum requirements. I'm going to say that again, minimum requirements. So they're teaching your child the very least that they need to know to get by. And you're okay with that. I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. They don't support mental health. They don't support furthering an education. I hear so much, you don't need to go to college to get a job. Well, I know that college is not for everybody. But then again, nowadays it really is.
Yeah.
Because it's not just,
I already have my address on the computer.
The academic.
Yes.
You need to mute your mic. Mute your mic.
Oh, okay. I need to order. Yeah. Hold on, everybody.
Mute your mic.
Okay.
As I was saying, they don't value an education, and college isn't for everybody, but it's not anything like it was when I went, where you had just certain fields that you could go into. Colleges have everything now. I mean, like everything. You don't have to be an academic scholar to, get a degree in something. You can get a degree in gaming, hell. And with all these young men that don't want to do anything but play games, that should be the perfect field for them. But we tell our kids, oh, don't get a student loan. No, don't do that. Don't get that. You'll be in debt before you even start. but you'll let them go buy a damn car that depreciates as soon as they pull it off the lot that they can't even afford maintenance on. You'll let them do that. They can go in debt for 30, 40,000 for a car, but they can't go in debt to educate themselves. It is something very wrong with that. It is something very wrong with that. And I just really, for this year, I'm trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to be hope for somebody. I'm trying to be uh, a motivator for someone. Um, because that's something that I really stepped away from because I'm just so disappointed in my Black people. They're just so damn disappointing. And April's right. They don't want to listen. You can't tell them anything. Hi, Phoenix. April has stepped away for a moment, but she'll be right back.
Okay, I'm back. I had to order me some lunch.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
was saying that this year I'm trying to be I'm trying to be a motivator to someone. And I was saying that I had stopped all of that because I'm so disappointed in my Black people because they're so hard headed. Uh, they're very detrimental to themselves. And how can you expect for the rest of society to value a Black life when you out here killing each other over literally nothing? Over literally nothing.
Yeah.
You know, this gang thing is so crazy to me because you don't own these damn streets. You don't even pay taxes. So how the hell can you claim a turf? Like, when did you buy it? You got a land deed for this shit you standing on, this corner, this block. It's just, it's disappointing. It's very disappointing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm going to try once again to reach some,
Yeah.
you know, and I really, and I say this all the time, and it sounds so absolutely cliche, but if I could just reach one, I would be extremely happy. And people say that all the time, but it's so true because it is so difficult to reach just one where it makes a difference.
Yeah.
Because I listen to people talk, and I know this young man, and I know everybody in Chicago has heard of him. His name is Jamal Cole. And Jamal runs a nonprofit organization here in Chicago called My Block, My Hood, My City. And this was a young man who came from nothing, educated himself, has an organization, and helps children. And you would be surprised. It started with him because you have kids in the city of Chicago that have never been out of their neighborhood. You have kids that live walking distance from downtown who've never been downtown. They've never seen anything outside of their own communities. They've never been to a real restaurant. They've never been in a place that didn't have bulletproof glass. And that is really sad.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That is really, really sad. You know, they think that a restaurant is Red Lobster. That's their gold star restaurant. That's a big deal to them. That is the Kmart of seafood to me.
Yeah.
You know? But I really would like to be able to reach one. And in talking to his kids, I find that a lot of kids who've been impacted by a mentor or an adult or a teacher or whatever the case may be, that person never even knew that they had an impact on that kid. You know, they never even knew that whatever they said or whatever they did or however they treated that kid made a great impression on them.
And please, people, molestation is not normal.
Incest, not normal.
It's not normal. Not normal. We got to start talking about these things. We got to let people know these things aren't normal. So people don't grow up and think that these things are okay. There's so many curses that we've got to break.
Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
so many. It's not normal. Not normal at all.
And you know, it's sad because for so many, they think it is normal.
It's not normal.
Because you'd be surprised how many kids have friends, how many kids are being molested, who have friends who are being molested too. You know, so for them, if it's happening to most of the people that they know, then they kind of believe it's the norm, even though they may know it's something wrong with it. You know, and you know, moms, who you all have got to stop bringing every man you know around your children. You really do. You got to stop leaving your kids with your new man and bringing men that you date around your kids. And then 6 months later, you got a new man and they're around your kids too. And the same thing go for men. But I find this prevalent with our Black young women. You know, they meet these men, they don't even know them a long time. And you have your kids out with this man like you an instant damn family. You are not an instant family. You the flavor of the week. You know, and to have your children in the midst of that, and you don't know this man from Adam. Because I'm going to tell you something. Child molesters date single women with kids.
Yeah.
You know, a child molester is always going to be in a position where they have access to a child, be that in a relationship, you know, in a job. They are always going to be in a position where they can have access to a child. And you know, when your kids come and tell you that, believe them. Because that's another big problem too. You know, mothers don't believe their children. Or they do, and what so many people do when they're told Oh, you always around him in them shorts on. You always doing this. You all stop doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Stop blaming your children for a predator's behavior because it's not their fault. You got to believe your kids. You got to teach them about, you know, predators and molestation. You have to teach them, the things that predators are going to tell them to keep them quiet. I think that's the most important thing because we all teach our children if somebody touches them inappropriately or does anything inappropriate to tell us. We all tell our children that, and we all want to believe that our children will tell us. But statistics show most children don't tell because their predator has threatened them. So you have to make your children aware of the threats that predators are going to use to keep them silent so that they know if it happens to them, they know that this threat isn't serious and they know to tell anyway. So yeah, we have a lot of generational curses that we need to break. There is absolutely nothing wrong with therapy. I mean, I don't get it, but I probably should. And I'm not against it none whatsoever.
And also that kid that we see on the block, that kid that you see on the block that people are bullying, defend that child. Don't allow kids to be bullied. And we know that that's a part of growing up, being kids, but it's not cool. Yeah.
And that's another thing too, what you just said. I want people to cut that out because bullying is not a part of being a kid. Teasing, yeah, you know. But bullying has been accepted for so long that we think it's a part of childhood. It's not.
Yeah.
It's a serious matter that needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
And kids need to know that bullying somebody is not cool. It doesn't make you tough. It actually makes you the opposite. You're a damn coward. But yeah, kids tease and they play the dozens and they do what kids do. But when you have everybody on the block bullying one kid, that's not just part of growing up. That's mob behavior. And you have to really teach your children again how to be considerate and respectful of other people.
Yeah.
And another trend that I've seen for the past 4 or 5 years that I really do not like are all of these kids taking advantage of other kids. Now, when I was a kid, a teenager, even when I was dating, my parents didn't allow us to accept gifts from boys. If my mother and father didn't buy it and you wasn't working and you bought it, you couldn't bring it home. You couldn't have that. You all need to stop allowing your damn 15-year-old and 16-year-old and 17-year-old girls Stop allowing them to let boys give them money, get their hair done, get their nails done. That's your damn job. You the parent.
Then that's why they'll go and seek men, lie on men, trick men. Yeah.
Exactly. Because, the one thing every boy knew about us, we weren't fascinated with shit because we had it all.
Yeah.
You couldn't know. But, and again, I understand that it's financially difficult for a whole lot of people. And that goes back for me to parents having to commit to their children and making some sacrifices so that your children can have. See, in my mama's house, we came first. We were first and foremost. The only thing above us was God. We were first and foremost. So, if my mom wanted to go on vacation and somebody was graduating and wanted a new car, guess what? Vacation waited till next year. You got that car. If your grades were right, you got that car.
But
So,
again, it's gonna always be. It's gonna always be the parents that can't afford that, and
exactly.
It's always gonna be the girls that are going to chase after the money.
Exactly. Because they want things. They want things that they can't have. Exactly.
Yeah, from the drug dealers to the
celebrities.
Exactly. They're gonna chase them to get whatever they want, and it's if you have a friend that's about something, that's got it going on, but we know it's hard. It's hard to battle against, and I'm going to say this as realistic as I can be. It's hard to battle against dick and tongue. Because
I've never heard that one before.
Yeah, but it's hard to battle. And so when that person is in love with that person, no matter what you say, it don't matter. They're not going to get tired until they want to get tired.
And
they will bring everybody else into their business, do everything they can, ruin relationships, families, everything else, and they still not going to leave. So that's a hard battle.
It is a hard battle. And that's why I say everybody talk about, because we're older, we're old school. Well, you need to go back to that school.
Yeah.
Because you really do. Because with anything in this world, whether it's technology, whatever it is, when the shit stops working, when it breaks down and they can't get it right, what do? They go back to the basics. And that's what families need to do. Go back to the basics. I could not imagine having sex at 14, 15, 16, 17 years old. I couldn't imagine that. Because the time was very different. Well, see, it does not have to be that way.
Yeah. And what happened to see, that's another thing. We accept so much stuff.
We accept so much stuff. Because see, you couldn't do nothing because somebody else did it in my mama's house.
Yeah.
Just because everybody else was doing it, everybody else ain't you. And this is how we do it in this house. And this is how you're going to do it if you want to live here, point blank, period. I wouldn't give a damn how old you were.
Yeah.
We were not allowed to have a boyfriend.
Yeah. But some people are taught that, and you know,
Don't get me wrong, we were allowed to date.
right.
But you see, what dating is today is not what dating was when I came up.
Oh my God, girl, I don't even want to talk about this new stuff.
You know, when you dated, that's what it was. You went on a date.
Yeah.
You didn't go out with the same damn boy every weekend. Because that's a boyfriend. You know, you could date. We could go out with a guy. Oh, so-and-so want to take me to dinner. Oh, okay. So-and-so better not want to take your ass to dinner next week. Next week, you better be going somewhere with somebody else. If you're going anywhere. We were not allowed to have a boyfriend because with boyfriends comes sexual pressure.
Yeah.
So if you're dating and, you know, you go out with Michael Friday, you go out with John Saturday, Sunday you go to church with whoever. You didn't have that pressure. You didn't have to worry about, well, damn, who's going to take me to this? If I don't give it none, he ain't going to do this. Well, you ain't got to worry about that because you can call any of them other two niggas. Now, they let them have boyfriends at 13, 14 years old. Hell no.
How do you can't give people self-esteem because, you know,
but that's the thing, you can. You can't give people self-esteem, but you can raise your children in a way that they feel valuable. You understand what I'm saying?
But like I say, once they come in contact with that D&T, and y'all should know what that stands for, it's like you're fighting a losing battle.
And you're right about that. But here's my thing. If you see, I just don't understand because I feel this way. Everybody knows my granddaughter was a virgin when she went to college. And very proud of that. She was very proud of that, very proud of that. I just don't think, and a beautiful girl, I just feel as if you raise a child right. Don't get me wrong. All kids make mistakes. All kids do shit. You know, they're kids. But I just feel like if you value them and you show them their worth and their value, that builds their self-esteem. That builds their self-esteem. But if you got them at home being your baby mama, because a lot of parents do that too, they make the oldest child a built-in damn babysitter for the youngest kids. That's wrong. Hell, they feel like, well, shit, I'm taking care of her kids. I might as well have my own. What's the damn difference? I'm taking care of kids anyway. Might as well take care of my own. But I think that if you value them and you show them their value, they'll internalize that. But if you calling them bitches and little motherfuckers and get the fuck in here and all of that, where is the value in that? You're their mom and dad and you're degrading them. I mean, like, you are degrading them. Or or you're their dad of a daughter and you whooping her ass.
And you know, some people, that's all they know is abuse. Is abuse. They think this shit is normal. It's not normal.
It's absolutely not normal.
Not normal. Not
Phoenix Rising says, ladies, I
normal.
have been so involved in this conversation. We have to find a way to be interactive while on
If
live.
anybody wants to
My
come on the
fingers don't
panel,
work so fast. Yeah, come on the panel, Phoenix Rising. Come on and talk.
yeah,
And I'm so glad that you were interested in this conversation. But yeah, we need to go back to the basics. We really do. It is okay
yeah,
to not let your child do what all their damn friends is doing. They're not gonna die. It's okay.
yeah.
You know? I don't have a child who didn't tell me at least 100 times how I was ruining their damn life when they
In
were
the chat
teenagers.
room, if anybody wants to come in on the panel, you can come in on the panel. And so, no,
So, you know,
having a man that puts their hands on a woman,
absolutely not.
that is a no. I respect no man that fights a woman.
But see, April, I feel like that starts at home. You know, my father couldn't put his hands on us. My mama would damn near kill you. But my father was not allowed to touch the girls. Period. And
You
he'd say,
put
oh,
your hands on me, I'm going to give you something to remember me by.
absolutely.
I'm not going to walk around, God damn it, like the shit is okay. I'm not defending a man that puts their hands on women and fights a woman. You
And
are a bitch to me.
okay, I heard that. But I think that, again, that starts at home.
I don't want to be around it. I don't want to know about it because you ain't shit. You ain't bad if you putting your hands on a woman.
Okay, Phoenix, well, you keep listening, honey.
You keep
And
listening.
maybe it'll make that time go a little bit faster for you.
Yes. Yes. And so, and I'm not co-signing for your bullshit. Once I know, I'm done.
Right. And the thing too, though, is what, and I've said this here before, and I'll keep saying it. When you allow your child's father, be it your husband or whoever the hell it is, your daughter, I'm going to say your daughter, when you allow your daughter's father to whoop her, what's the difference? What is the difference? That is her father. That's the person who she looks up to. That's the person who's supposed to love her and protect her. So if daddy whooping your ass, when you grow up, why can't some other nigga who love you whoop your ass? You can't have it both ways. You can't say it's okay for daddy to beat you, but don't let no other man beat you. Well, why the hell not? You know, my dad could not touch us. I don't give a damn what we did. He better not touch us. And I raised mine the same way. My husband could not touch my girl. You better not touch one of my damn girls. Because, and women, you should know better, especially if you've had a father, you know what that relationship is. You know, girls that have fathers in their lives there every day, regardless of what the fuck he did, there is a bond that's unfucking breakable. Because that essentially is the first man that you've ever loved. So everything hinges on him. And if you grew up with your father whipping you, but he loves you so much, in their mind, there is no difference. It may be a difference to you, it may be a difference to him. In their mind, there is no difference. Well, when I did wrong, my daddy used to whoop me because he loved me. Why can't this man whoop me and he loved me? Why can't that be? It is difficult to tell a girl that this man don't love you if he whooping your ass. Well, why not? My daddy whooped my ass while I was growing up. He loved me. So, that really is something that I implore all women with daughters to just think about. Because in their minds there is no damn difference. A man who loved me is a man who loved me, be it my daddy, my boyfriend, my husband. If daddy beat my ass, he can beat my ass and love me too. And how can you make the difference? How can you differentiate one from another? You really can't. A man beating your ass is a man beating your ass. I don't care who it is.
A sorry nigga.
It's a coward, because men who beat women usually will not touch another man. He don't want no smoke.
But
but
you bad with everybody else.
No, your mouth is bad. They mouth be bad. They don't be bad. They
Bad
mouth
with
be bad.
everybody else, but you fighting a woman. Miss me with that bullshit.
Their mouth is bad. I guarantee you, if a real man stepped to them, they singing a whole goddamn song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Men who beat women are cowards. They are
bitches, and they need mental help.
They're powerless, so they exert their power over someone who is physically weaker than they are.
Yeah.
That makes them feel like a man, because they don't know what a man is. Because if they knew what a man was, they'd cut their goddamn hand off before they raised it to a woman.
Then, one minute you fighting, and the next minute you lovey-dovey. That's sick. Sick.
That sounds young to me. That just sounds young.
Young girls, you do not. Any man that puts their hands on you, they are a bitch. And if you allow this, you're just empowering them more. There are people and places that will help you if you want to get away. And let me tell you, there is a way out of anything. So if you keep staying and getting your ass beat, you're just as sick and you need help too.
Well, yeah, you do need help. Because in order for you to allow
I gotta mute
somebody,
my mic for a minute.
go ahead. In order for you to allow somebody to beat you have to be vulnerable in more ways than one. You know, you clearly don't know that a man beating you is not okay. I don't give a damn what you did, short of putting your hands on him. Now, I believe in equal rights and equal lefts. So if you hit a man and he knock you the fuck out, oh well. Keep your hands to yourself, ladies. Keep your hands to yourself. That's all I'm saying. If you cannot outbox a man like my sister and my cousin Yvette, don't do it. But to allow a man to beat you as if you are an animal, it is definitely something wrong with that. And you probably feel as if you're incapable of taking care of yourself. You're feeling powerless. You really are feeling powerless, because if you felt that you had control and power over yourself, you would not allow a man to beat you. And if you really want out of that situation, you know, it's easy for people to sit back and tell you, oh, there's help for you. But I'm going to tell you the real damn deal. Yeah, it's help for you. That shit ain't easy. Which is why a lot of women go back to those relationships. Because you're in this relationship, he beating you, he probably taking care of you. You probably don't work nowhere. You probably have no skills. And even if you do, that's even worse, because the skilled, educated, professional woman is even more damn embarrassed to come out because she's allegedly educated and professional. So she definitely doesn't want anybody in her circle to know the shit she's been accepting. But that's okay, because we've all been in relationships that have had situations occur that we haven't been comfortable with, or that we would not want anyone else to know. Fuck that. If you need help, if you want to not have your ass beat by your man, pack your little bag or not and walk the hell out and don't look back. And know that it is going to be a difficult journey, but it's one that's going to be so damn worthwhile when you make it. You know, it's not easy, but you can do it. If you want to do it, you can absolutely do that. Phoenix Rising says these girls mimic what they see. If their mamas are there in abusive relationship, you know, I agree with that to a point, Phoenix, and then I don't, because I know some girls whose mamas ain't never goddamn it been abused. You know, and they are. You know, I don't know what that is. Again, for me, I feel that it's just that they never knew their value. They never felt valued. So, you know, they allow these abusive relationships because at some point, that man or whomever that is made them feel valuable at some point in that relationship. Because if you know your worth, you don't accept less than what you're worth. You know, once you know your value, you don't accept less than what you're worth. But yeah, people tend to repeat patterns. They do. And then you have kids. It goes both. You have kids. Different
Okay, back. My food
reasons.
came. Also, what I wanted to say was, and to you women that entice men to beat you, you're sick too, and go get the help you need.
Yeah, I know one of those too.
Go get the help you need because some of you women are abusive and you're turning decent men
I
into
have to step away
abusers.
for a minute. I'll be right back. I'm going to mute my mic.
Yeah. So, some of you crazy women that like this type of stuff and get with a decent man and make them an abuser, go get the help you need too. Because you're messing with somebody's livelihood. You're making a man become an abuser because this is what you're used to. Go get the help that you need too. You sick. You're sick. Yeah, you're sick. Yeah. Because there are women abusers also. There are women that abuse, you know, women that will push a man's buttons. So you go get the help that you need and leave that man alone. So you just as sick too. Yeah. It's all kind of sick people in this world. But you can be helped. Everybody can get help if you face the fact that you are an abuser or you have been abused too. Yeah. And so don't ruin somebody else's life because of you. Yeah. Again, always want to put the blame. People have to take a look at themselves and look at the mirror and see what part that you're playing in the role of being abused as well. Because some women are abusers. Get the help that you need. Yeah. Okay, Phoenix Rising, just let me know what date that you are available and we will do the show. And like I said, we're going to be talking about a lot of topics. If you want to join us on the panel, anybody is more than welcome to join. We are respectful of everybody. Um, we have our opinions, but I still love everybody. I'm not getting ready to fight and argue with people. If you don't like what I say, I'm sorry. I hope that I can just be an encouragement to somebody. And so we can try to break some of these curses that go on in the Black community. And then when shit hits the fan, we scrambling. So we've got to come back together as a unit, and we got to start calling people out on their wrongness or anything that we see. And it's not the men. Every people, they're all kind of abusers. Yeah. We just got to stand up and start doing what's right. That's all. But other than what we feel is right, we didn't get a manuscript for this thing called life. But if we can be open and respect each other, we can also try to attack some of the problems that's going on in our community. And I'm tired of everybody wants to give everybody a pass or blame people and say other stuff. But sometimes you got to look at people for what they really are. And again, I tell everybody I support Robert Sylvester Kelly. I feel like Robert Sylvester Kelly is a victim. Robert Sylvester Kelly endured some things in his childhood. I think a lot of people played on him. And I just say that he is a victim. If you don't agree, that's fine. But that's just how I feel. And people will play on your weaknesses. Do not let anybody play on your weaknesses. So just let everything. I can
I'm so
see
sorry,
the end
Don.
of the rain. Yeah. I was telling them, I feel as though Rob was a victim. People played on him. And if they don't agree, that's fine. You might have your theory. But that's how I feel. And when there is money involved, some people are vultures. Some people don't care. And just beware. Everybody is not for you. They are not for you.
Right. That is so true.
They are not for you. They will smile in your face. Huh?
I said, you said it that time. They definitely not.
Yeah. They will. People, they don't care anymore. They never cared. The love of money. And if people feel like they can come up off you, they are not going to correct you, but use you. And you don't have to be a superstar for these kind of things to happen to. These are ordinary, regular people that will still use you and take advantage of you. They might be mad because you can afford to shop, or you smart, or you got a lot of friends.
They
So
respect
again,
my opinion.
respect my opinion. Just remember, everybody is not for you. They're not for you. It's good and it's evil in this world. And hopefully, by us talking, we can shed some light on the good things that can happen. But I have been reminded that our race was never together. Even back from the slavery days, that they separated us. Okay, I get that. But I know in the era that I grew up in, I was born in the 60s, we looked out for each other. And until we get back to the basics, but it's so hard because, my God, this is a hard fight out here now. Everybody is so acceptance of everything. Nobody wants to call anybody out. And then the first thing they want to say is, we'll pray on it, or God, just no, you need to be called out on your wrongness.
And you also need to understand that God gave you a lot of tools, so that you did not have to call on him all the time. If you have a normal brain and common sense, and people who know more than you, God gave you a lot of tools, and he gave you a brain, and he gave you, others out here that could help you. So you can't put everything at God's doorstep. You really can't.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because, most things that were, you go to God for things that are beyond your power.
Yeah. And it just, all of this shit going on now in this world, it ain't cool. It ain't cool. Good morning.
Hi, Trevin.
Just to
It is afternoon, April. It's afternoon, dear.
Oh yeah, good afternoon. Most of the things I'm just going over what we talked about is people should have great self-esteem. We talked about how men are bitches that fight women.
April's words.
Yeah,
I call them cowards.
I call them bitches because they not.
I call them cowards.
They ain't gonna fight somebody in the streets. And then we talked about how some women, they like shit, so they're just as bad as the abuser, and so they all need to go get the help that they need. Me, I don't get down with men that put their hands on women. I have lines. I don't. Yeah, you are a bitch, and if you are a woman and you are an abuser, then you're just as sick too if you're causing somebody to fight you. You're sick too. All of y'all go get the help that you need. And until black people can start saying we got some issues and stuff, You know, I ain't co-signing that shit. Yeah, I'm not co-signing it. We need to help our people. If they can't be helped, you tell them a few things, you sit back and you watch and let them do their shit on their own. But I don't want to know. And I'm not going to co-sign for your shit.
Yeah, I think that what I see a lot of people tend to put their values aside and allow those type of people in their circle, or you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
um and that's something I have never been able to do. You know, if I'm not with it, I'm not with it. I'm not going to be around you. We can't socialize together. We can't do anything together, because I honestly believe that negativity seeps into your world when you allow it around you, whatever it is. And I just can't rock with somebody that does crazy shit. You know, if I don't condone something, I don't condone it for anybody. That could be my mama, my daddy, my kids. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna be in a situation where people are doing things that I don't condone, because you free to walk away.
Yeah.
You are free to walk away. There is nothing that will make me stay around somebody that is beating women, or you know what I'm saying, pimping hoes, or whatever they doing. I'm not going to be around that.
Yeah.
And I think that people allow those things around them just because they don't do it. And I don't think that's right.
Yeah.
Because if you're around it, you may as well be condoning it.
Yeah.
If you're not saying anything about, if you're around it and you know it's going on, and you're constantly around it, you may as well give them a seal of approval.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And people say, "Hey, it's not my business," but it is.
It is your business.
It is your business.
Especially if
because
you're around them.
because at the point, exactly, because at the point that you know about it, then they don't made it your business, or you wouldn't even know. So and I've always been that way. I'm that way with my own family. April, I got a brother I don't even talk to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he felt it was okay to bring his side chick to my house. Are you out of your damn mind? I'm at your house with your wife taking your boys to damn McDonald's, and you at my house with your side chick? No, 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 no.
Yeah.
We don't do that. We don't do that. And you can do whatever the hell you want in the street. You can't do that over here. I'm supposed to go back and look at your wife, and I know you got a side chick? Who does that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we fell out. Like fell out. I haven't talked to him in years, because I can't do that. And then and you see, it's not only about
That's what I'm saying.
that
That's what I'm saying.
relationship.
You know,
That
like I tell people, I still love you. I don't hate you.
Exactly. I
It's
can't
just,
fuck with you.
I just
I
can't
can't fuck with you.
on this level.
Exactly.
You know.
Because and I'm the same way with the few female friends that I have. If you got a side nigga, keep him on the side.
Yeah.
I don't want to know, because then my man or husband or whoever it is looking at me like, oh, this the type of shit y'all do? No, it's not what I do.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be around you if that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because, it's so disrespectful on so many levels.
And
It's
so
just so
I say
disrespectful.
this. Anybody that was around Rob and didn't call him out, that's why your ass in the indictments now.
So crazy.
No, but it is. That's why they done put you in the indictments. See, this can go from small scale to big scale.
Yeah, definitely.
And so they're saying you knew.
Right.
You knew. And you
There
did
were,
nothing.
and there were definitely dozens of enablers, dozens of them. And I say dozens because it's been going on 30 years.
When you enable somebody from a small level to a big level. And as the bigger level goes, we see now while you have people in indictments because they're saying you knew, you did nothing about it.
And I would respect those people more if they had just left. You know what I'm saying?
But no, the love of money. The love.
And I agree with you in this instance. I agree with you because everybody would rather collect a damn check and look the other way.
Yeah.
Which is why I am so hard on Aaliyah's mother. Because in my mind, she could have prevented so many other girls from that experience had she just told the damn truth. But no, she wanted to lie. She wanted to get publishing rights. She wanted her daughter's career to be astounding. She wanted her daughter's reputation to be flawless. And this woman has lied for damn near 30 years. They never had a relationship. They were never married. Da 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 da. That's a lie. This is a lie. I was always there. We know you weren't. You were not always there. And for me, I have such a big problem with her because I think had you just made a different type of arrangement, there may not be all these girls now.
And he could have been forced to get help.
That's what I'm saying. Had you just made a different arrangement, had you said, no, nigga, I don't want this damn music, you either take yourself to a mental hospital or this shit gonna be all over the world tomorrow. But that's not what any of them said.
None of them did that.
Not one. Not one did that. Hey, I got this
all
tape.
played on him. Again, I say He was a victim. They all played, all empowered him for the love of money. And so
And I agree with that. I have to agree with that.
you
A
have
hundred
to
percent.
stand firm in your beliefs.
Exactly.
If you're not gonna tolerate stuff, we're just small people. And we can see what tolerating stuff has done to bring a man down that had a mental illness, nobody protecting him because the love of money, jealousy, and everything. And if you truly love somebody, I don't give a damn what they doing. You're not gonna let them. You can force their hands. Can't nobody say what you can't do. Because let me tell you, you can go to a court. You can do all kind of stuff. They get
You know,
mad, so what? So
you know,
if you have a friend that you know is sick, aren't you going to tell them to go to the doctor?
and you know, that goes back to the way that we view mental illness, because we don't view it like we do a physical illness. And that's really sad, because it is no different than any other illness. It's just the illness of the mind,
Yeah.
you know?
Nothing wrong. Everybody.
Like exactly. Like, people have all types of illnesses. It is just an illness of the mind.
Plain and simple. I always say them people crazy, but what I need to say is that they're sick and they need help. Mental illness is real. We don't, you know, it is what it is.
Right.
I don't even, but as long as you condone the behavior, they don't think it's right. They don't think they have a problem.
Exactly.
So when you look at things at a small level of what we allow in our lives now, what we put a pass to, what we get passes to, is the same thing that happened to Robert Sylvester Kelly. Because we don't want to call people out. We want the money. We turn our eyes to things. So that's just something for people to think about. And I hope we have broke this down enough to see how from a small scale to a big scale, you empower people to do wrongness. If you stay around them, if you co-sign for it.
Even if you just look the other way.
Yeah.
Especially if you just look the other way, because that's exactly what happened with R. Kelly. Everybody looked the other damn way. Everybody lied. Everybody covered. you know, and it's just so it's sickening, but it is sad because all I don't get me wrong, I think about Robert too. I feel more for Robert the child than I do Robert the grown ass man. I really do. I feel for him too, though. But I feel more for Robert the child who was molested by family members, by men. I mean, as a child. And there was nobody there to protect him from any of it. So I really do feel for that. But mostly, and I said this the other day, I'm so sad over the music. Like, God damn, who was better than R. Kelly? To think that it's a possibility that we will never get another album from him, another single from him, that that just kills me. It really does. It really does kill me
Yeah.
because the talent was unmatched. His talent was unmatched. And for the kids coming up, the future singers, musicians, artists, to not have that, it really does sadden me. It really does.
And then the way that they're taking his legacy and ruin it. Um, mute him, but you're not muting other artists. You know, the way the whole takedown, you know, like to erase him. That's not cool. To erase him. He is still a man. We can still have love, forgive, and redemption for him. But there are people that want to just erase him. And that's not fair neither. Everybody is somebody. Everybody is somebody. And so, again, from a smaller scale to a bigger scale, stop laughing at people because they have mental illness. Stop playing on them. Stop co-signing for them. If you love them, I'm pretty sure now a lot of people wish they could turn back the hands of time. And would do this all the way different. Because I know there's got to be good in some people. Even the ones that was so dirty and stuff. I'm pretty sure the devil is whooping you. But the love of money, I'm just so glad, like, how far will you go for money? Yeah. How far, we see Lady Alicia, how far people will go for money.
I mean, absolutely. That's never been a secret. But it's so sick. This entire thing with R. Kelly, all of it, everybody involved. It's just sick. I could not imagine a grown ass man having sex with my 14-year-old child, and I sit down with him and make a goddamn agreement. I'm gonna agree to pay for your funeral after I blow your damn brains out. That's the agreement I'm making. What kind of mother? What kind of mother does that? Not only am I gonna make an agreement with you, I ain't gonna tell nobody what you did. I'm gonna stick up for you. I'm gonna laugh for you. I'm gonna cover it up for the next 30 damn years.
Well, you know, K.
Because I
Michelle
got some
said,
publishing rights.
yeah. But, you know, K. Michelle said, if I talked, a whole lot of more people would go down. You know,
She said if I talk, everybody going to jail.
Yeah.
Her
You
exact
know,
words, she said, if I talk,
said,
everybody going to jail.
Yeah. She said you got mothers in the kitchen cooking and everything. What the fuck?
Right. Right.
Like, if he go, they all should go. But they made that clear that once, you know, we'll find out in February when they had the status hearing.
Pre-trial conference.
I mean, the pre-trial conference.
Yes, waiting for that.
That will dictate the outcome of everything.
It's not going to dictate the outcome of everything, but it will. It won't dictate the outcome of everything, but it will definitely give you a great indicator of how things are going to go from that point forward. You know, you'll know if any deals are going to be made. You'll know if any pleas are going to be changed. If any charges are going to be dropped. So yeah, we'll know the new attorneys that's on board. I'm praying for Tom Mesereau. So yeah, the pre-trial conference will be very telling and extremely interesting, to say the least.
I said I'm gonna be Robert's unofficial
spokesperson, unofficial. What did you call him? Public relations person.
And I'm gonna share stories tomorrow. I will talk about what he means to me. And, you know, what he means to me. And I will share some more videos. And I will talk about, Wednesday. I will share what he means to me. And again, like I say, no matter what, I'm not in denial. I look at the case from all sides. I'm sticking by him. And do not question me, because just as you have stood by your murdering kids, your drug dealing kids, and everything else, I have not said anything about that. When you love somebody, you love them, and you're going to stick by them. I do not have a cash app. I don't want any money from nobody. I'm doing this in the name of love. That's it. I'm not trying to become YouTube famous. I just want to get positive things shared about him. I don't give a damn what nobody else is doing, that's on them. But because you are being exposed, all of you other people over there, they know who they are. All of y'all are being exposed. And I really feel sorry for you people because you're no worse than the people with the takedown of him. You're no better than none of them are. May God have mercy on your soul. You don't have to answer to me, but I sure in hell don't have to fuck with you. Lady of Leisure, any comments that you want to?
Wow. How do I come behind that? Bottom line, April is saying her loyalty is for Robert is not up for debate. Y'all got it. Her loyalty to Robert is not up for debate. Don't ask her shit, she said. But you know, I don't even know what to say behind that. You all know, or you should know by now, where I stand in terms of Robert. There are some instances where I do straddle the fence because it's so, you know, it's confusing. But my stance on him doing prison time has not changed. I do believe he is a victim. I wholeheartedly believe that he is a victim. But I also believe that, you know, he needs to be held legally responsible for his crime. I don't think that responsibility should be with the rest of his life. I just don't see how that would do him any good whatsoever. Um, I pray for everybody involved, the victims, him, his family, you know, his legal team, the prosecution. I pray for the government, the judge, everybody. And I pray for his friends and family. I really do because, you know, he has some friends who are in complete denial.
Hey.
And I know that if this goes to trial, and I do say if it goes to trial, because again, pre-trial conference, we really don't know what's going to happen until that pre-trial conference happens. Um, if he goes to trial, there is going to be so much that comes out that is going to shock and hurt so many people. You know, things are going to happen that they are not prepared for, that they never expected, that they're not going to want to believe. So I pray for all of them. Um, and I pray that whatever happens in this case, whatever the outcome is, that those who love him are able to deal. You know, I pray that the victims are able to deal with whatever, you know, this outcome is going to be. I agree that, you know, the way to help him is to put out positive things about him. You know, you have to, as April said before, you have to humanize him to the public because, you know, in the eyes of the public, they've made him the face of pedophilia around the damn world. So it would be, you know, really good for the public to hear normal things about Robert. You know, it would be nice for people to share their stories. I wish It's sad to me that out of all the people that he helped, not one will step forward right now. You know, and I understand people are trying to protect their professions, but shit, K. Michelle stood her ground. She worked every day, and I'm not even talking about celebrities. I'm talking about just normal people that he helped. You know, people that he put through school, people whose rent he paid for years, phone bills he paid for years, just people that he helped. All these damn funerals he paid for. Where those people at? And I just think that he needs to be shown in a light that that the public hasn't seen, because nobody is all bad, just as nobody is all good. People are multifaceted. They have, you know, different parts of themselves, you know? And the good part of Robert needs to be shown. And time is winding down. Here it is, January, pretrial conferences in February. New York trial is set for April. It's getting down to the wire. And all of the craziness that has gone on for the past 2 years, I don't believe it's going to stop. It needs to stop, but it needs to be more than anything overshadowed for his benefit. It needs to be overshadowed with positivity. Um, yeah, and that's where I stand on that.
And Rob is a victim. You know who victimized him. You know who knew his weaknesses. He is a victim. Yeah. But like I said, the love of money is awful. Jealousy is awful. But also at the same time, how we showed you how people go along with stuff, turn an eye to stuff on a small scale. You know, this is what happened to somebody on a bigger level for nobody not saying, I don't give a damn about money. You know, I don't want anything to happen to him. I want him, because they all knew while you all was laughing at him, talking about him. You knew, and you did nothing but whatever you could do to benefit you. We will never probably get the truth, unfortunately. Nobody will never tell the truth. Nobody's gonna say, Lord, forgive me, but I should have did this. Show mercy on him. We'll never get that. People can't seem to look in the mirror at themselves. I've did a lot of wrong. I know things that I've done wrong. I've did them. It
Right.
wasn't right. But sometimes we all do things to try to make it. We're not perfect. To make it, it's a cold world out there. But we didn't get a manuscript on this thing called life. There are different Bibles out, things, right from wrong. But most people should know that. And so let's start. We were never together, but if we can come together, let's start calling people out on their wrongness. Don't make yourself a part of people that's doing stuff that is wrong. Because you're just as guilty as they are.
Oh, I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that,
Yeah.
And if you don't want to call somebody out, because a lot of people have a problem calling people out. Oh, it's not my business. I don't like confrontation, whatever the case may be. And that's fine. But remove yourself from the situation.
Yeah.
People
because don't want to say, I even have this in my family. You help create situations in this family. You help create them, but you don't want to own up to them, or you say it's drama. Well, hell with you. I'm not fucking with you. In my personal life.
Right. And I'm exactly the same way. And you know who else I stay away from? Because I know we all have these relatives. They want to rewrite history. No, it didn't happen like that.
History. Yeah.
It didn't happen that way. And I'm not going to stand here and let you, rewrite the damn script when I was there and I know how it went down.
History.
Yeah, they rewrite history. Yeah. I don't have time for them either. I don't care who it is. I've always been very good at cutting people out of my life like a badass habit.
Yeah.
And I don't care who it is.
And
because when I'm standing at the gate with the key, ain't none of y'all gonna be standing there with me trying to get in.
Exactly.
I have to answer for me. My actions, my works, my good and bad deeds. I have to answer to that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to answer for it. But what I'm not going to answer for is your bullshit. Because you know what? I ain't going to be there to see it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be there to see it. I'm not going to be turning a blind eye. I'm not going to be, sitting in the back like I don't see what the hell going on. I don't know what's going on. That's not going to be me. And to me, that's what I call a hypocrite. Not one. Don't want to be one.
And then don't try to judge me. I am a child of God. I am not perfect. I love the Lord. I try to do the best I can.
And that's all any of us can do. I don't give a damn about you judging me.
Don't try to judge me, because I'm going to call your ass out. Don't come for me. Do not come for me, because I strike back. I strike back. And if you don't like it, you ain't got to come around me. I'm not going to lose no sleep. I'm not going to lose no sleep if don't nobody come on these shows on YouTube. I'm not going to lose any sleep if nobody don't come to my shows on Spreaker. I'm not going to lose not one bit of sleep, because I'm going to keep on being me. And y'all can take all of y'all dirty motives and actions and kiss my ass.
Okay. She has such a way with words, doesn't she?
Yeah, I'm not getting ready to bow down and I forgive, I don't forget. And I get a lot of flashbacks.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I do too. But I'm gonna
I get
tell you,
some flashbacks.
who made that song? What was it? Yeezy, God forgive, I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not in the forgiving business.
yeah,
I'm really not.
yeah. I get a lot of flashbacks. A lot of flashbacks.
I do
So
too.
don't remind me, don't come around me to remind me what a dirty, dirty person you are. See, I didn't curse that time. I didn't say dirty, motherfucking B, dirty
See, there
B.
you go.
I'm working on that for 2021, y'all.
She working on it, y'all. She has
Yeah,
to get it out, but she working on it.
I'm working on it.
You know
Yeah.
what? And
And, and
I'm gonna
people
blame
say,
this on
this
you.
is another thing that gets me. Well, they was dirty then. They can't be dirty now. Oh, yes, the hell they can be. Once dirty, always dirty. Beware of them slithering snakes. I'm
Oh,
speaking
we
all positivity. I want to help y'all.
beware
Beware
the
of them,
slithering snakes. That's positive.
beware of them slithering snakes. Beware of people that friend you, because sometimes they got hidden agendas. So just beware of them people. Beware of them. I am Darlene April. The year is 2021. I was sick for the first beginning. I was so sick that my ass ain't getting ready to jump on the plane or go nowhere. No time soon. Hey, Chi-Town Finest.
I'm so happy to hear that. Hello,
Yeah,
Chi-Town Finest.
yeah. So, Lady Alicia, give a recap of the show so we can end the show.
Okay.
Okay.
We talked about so much. Mainly, we were talking about our community discussing mental illness and being open about that, and discussing, molestation and rape and that, and being open about that. Um, oh my gosh. Okay,
We
I'm
talked about
old.
men fighting women. Women, they bitches to me. Okay.
Yes, we talked about abuse. And just mainly trying to encourage women who want to leave an abusive relationship to leave, and telling them, well, I was telling them, how hard it's going to be, because everybody tells you if you want to go, you can go, but it's a lot to that. But it definitely can be done if you want to do it. I discussed Eric Baldwin's wife perpetrating the beat from Spain when she a white girl. Whew, that made my blood boil, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, my goodness, can black and brown people have any damn thing?
Yeah.
Like,
And we
damn.
discussed if you co-sign for people.
Wrongdoing. Yes.
Yeah.
Stop co-signing wrongdoing. And by saying that, I mean, if you look the other way when you know somebody doing wrong shit, you just as wrong as they are. It's your business, because you're there and you're seeing it. So it is your business. So you either walk completely away and never come back, or you call their ass out and hold them accountable. Because that's one thing we do not have enough of, is accountability. So, coming into 2021, I said that I would like to, motivate someone to progress, do better, get on the right track, whatever that case may be. Chi-Town Finance said times are much different these days because domestic is taken very serious when it, girl, please. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. It ain't taken seriously, girl. Now, I got a next door neighbor to beat this girl all out on the street at least 3 damn times a week. It ain't taken seriously.
Well, they didn't. She must don't press charges against him and stuff.
Well, you don't. Okay, here's the thing: you don't have to press charges against
The
somebody.
state can pick it up, can't they?
Absolutely, you don't have to press charges against somebody. And I mean, restraining orders ain't worth the damn paper they written on. I mean, it's only taken seriously once it's charged. But to get to that point, it's still the same old bullshit. It's the same old bullshit.
And and
Cops
and,
show up
and
and I just heard one just last week. Man done kicked this girl's car window out, hit her in the damn face, took her phone, threw it down on the ground, and the police say, well, he said you him, so both of y'all going to jail. Like, what kind of shit is that? Like, really? It's the same bullshit. I'm sorry. CPD sucks. They need to replace every goddamn last one of them. Damn defunding them. They need to just disband their ass. Just get rid of the whole fucking police department and start from damn scratch. I'm just so totally disgusted with them, with them being the entity that they are for so goddamn long. Just get rid of all them motherfuckers. Because you keep adding we got new police officers. What the hell happens when you add a good apple to a bad bunch? All spoiled, don't they?
yeah.
So it's really crazy. They still running around here killing our goddamn sons and nephews and baby daddies and shit. And they still putting drugs and guns on them. Ain't shit changed. The only thing that changed is the verbiage. Now they just stand up and say, "Oh, we take it seriously." Really? Because the records don't reflect that.
And mental health is real because when you look at some of the stories that took place, you got a man that shot his girlfriend and her father because he didn't cook breakfast. Remember that story?
I don't remember that. Oh, and we talked about that 22-year-old white woman who attacked that 14-year-old black boy and said he stole her phone when it was his phone. We discussed that. They need to bring her up on charges. I don't know what the hell is taking them so
Girl,
much.
if somebody would have attacked my 14-year-old, my son, when he was 14 years old, I would be in jail.
Yeah, me too.
I am very proud of the way the man handled that, but that
Yeah, I am too, because I don't think I could have stood there and videotaped this damn girl wrestling my damn son to the ground. I don't think I could have done that.
yeah. Well, I know I wouldn't have. Not back then. Oh man, I would have been on the ground. Yeah, banging her head against the ground for putting
Absolutely.
her head on
Absolutely.
that. But
And see, I do it now. I
yeah.
forget, my body know I'm on, my
Well,
mind forget.
yeah. But now you had to have some evidence. So
Well, everybody has a cell phone with a camera,
yeah,
you
keep
know.
your batteries charged.
I have 2 portable chargers in my purse at all times,
Yeah.
you know. So, yeah. But it's we were asking people to, if they had positive things to say about Rob, to come on panel and say positive things. You know what question we did not ask? I'm gonna ask this question and I'm gonna leave you guys to answer it for Wednesday. But I want everybody to think about this. What is it that you can do to be better in 2021?
Okay.
What else did we discuss?
No, we just said,
We were discussing values and the raising of kids and saying that, people really need to go back to the basics, even though, we're in this world of high technology and social media and
and
all of
anything
this.
goes now. We just accept anything.
Yeah, everybody wants to be inclusive.
Yeah,
And that's just not the way to be. It really isn't.
yeah,
I don't knock anybody for what they do. I don't have to be a part of it. I don't have to condone it. I don't give a damn if you call me a homophobe or xenophobe. I don't give a damn.
yeah,
Because when I'm standing at that gate trying to get in, ain't none of you name callers gonna be standing there with me.
yeah. And I still love you. I might not like certain things, but I'm just not going to be around you and co-sign your stuff.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because, then
Because
that makes
that
me a part of it. And we talked about how this is done on a small level, how it, for somebody like Rob, you know, nobody helped him. They all took advantage of him. He was a victim. They knew when people know your weakness is the love of money. So go back, y'all. So for Wednesday, we're going to talk about what we can do for 2021. And I do have some videos I'm going to show Wednesday. Peace, love, and all that good stuff for 2021. I just
everybody
want to
stays
make sure,
safe.
people understand me better. I am a lovable person. I do. I will love you. I will help you. That's how I was raised. I love people, but due to snakes, dirty people, and I've had some hard pills to swallow in the past 10 years, I stay away from a lot of people now because you ain't right.
There it is.
And that's all it is. Love
And
y'all. Peace out.
mask up, stay safe, lay your leisure. I'm out.
Bye.